Alright, what do we got here? Do I look like a hot mess? Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm Kelly with the Kelly channel. I am filming a video for you today about, I guess my trip up to North Carolina. I have been, well, kind of all over the place here recently. I was living in my car for a couple months because me and my significant other had split up, and then we kind of worked things out. It's still in the working things out phase, but we're getting there. But in the meantime, I had plans after we split up to go travel. And I was living out of my car, and I was just waiting to finish out the summer semester of school, and I was going to hit the road and go travel for the rest of the summer. And that didn't work out. It didn't work out for several reasons. I had some car issues. My tires were really bad, and I didn't want to take off until I could replace my tires, and my tires were like super expensive, and so I had to stay and work a whole bunch to make the money that I needed to get my tires replaced so that I could go. And now I'm down to just like a week and a half left of my summer. I had like 3.5 weeks of summer break between the end of the summer semester and the beginning of my fall semester, and now I am like I have like a week and a half left before I need to be back in Florida. So I'm like out of time. I wasted my whole break just trying to get the money I needed to get my tires so that I could hit the road. So I'm not gonna get to do half of the things I wanted to do this summer, but that's okay. I'm still going out to North Carolina, and I am getting ready to leave right now. And since I moved in with my significant other, I feel weird calling him that because I don't know what else to call him. He was my ex-boyfriend, now he's my boyfriend, I guess, but it could, you know, everything's up in the air, and so I guess I'll just call him Jack. Jack's his name, let's call him Jack. So yeah, I had cleaned out my car. I was living in it, and I had the whole back set up as a sleeping area, which was actually pretty awesome. I loved having a place in my car to sleep all the time, like having a mobile bedroom with me everywhere I went. And I did travel up to North Carolina I think at least once, and it was so nice to be able to just pull off the road at a rest stop, crawl in the back, take a nap, get up and keep going. And I never had to worry about if I was gonna have a safe place to sleep because I had my mobile bedroom, and I loved that. And so since I moved in here, I cleaned out the car, and I have kind of gotten it ready for more long-term trips so that I can have all of the things that I want to bring with me in the car with me and easily accessible, and got a lot of the junk out of the car because when I first moved into it, it was like kind of a last minute thing. We had split up, things were really bad really fast, and I just moved everything into storage, and I threw an air mattress in the back of my SUV, and I was like, all right, I'm living in my car. And that was that. Well, now I have had time to clean it all out and kind of organize things and figure out what I want to have in the car with me. And so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I'm going to be taking with me when I travel. So I organized a lot of my stuff. This was kind of everything that was in this like junk area, I call it, of my car. It's kind of like a junk drawer. It's got some old driver's licenses and some locks and some battery chargers and some cords you can see in there. There's like some phone charger type cords in there. This over here is my toiletries bag. It's got some things that I need for day-to-day toiletry needs. This here I have combined with all of my nail care, nail polish, these kinds of things, and then also all of my jewelry. It's all separated out into individual bags inside a bag so that nothing gets tangled up, which is really nice. And I can dig through it and see what jewelry I want to wear for the day. This here is just all my makeup. It's just piled in here. I'm probably going to go to Ulta or Sephora and find a better makeup container, but for now everything I need fits in there and I'm good. And so that's pretty much all of the stuff that I need to bring with me as far as like toiletries, makeup, like bathroom items. So that's my bathroom right there. It's all in a couple bags and a couple boxes, and I can fit that in the front seat of my car. So let's head down to the car and I'll show you guys what I'm doing there. Alright, so this is the back of my SUV. It's kind of a mess right now. I haven't put the air mattress in yet, but that's because I wanted to show you this area that I have. A lot of cars have this where like, I have it covered like in a sheet to keep the fabric underneath clean. You can see here there's like, you know, it's black felt like fabric and it picks up dog hair a lot, and I have a dog, so I have it covered with a twin size sheet just to keep the whole area kind of cleaner. Underneath there's a lot of storage space here. In fact, let me pull this out. This is what I used to call my junk drawer. I had so much stuff piled in here. Cars don't come with spare tires, by the way, anymore. I don't understand what the deal is with that. I guess they don't think you need them, but it did come with an air pump and some Fix-A-Flat, and I've got some tire cleaner and Windex over there, and my jumper cables, and so I've got some space down there to store some things. And then you can see like where that ledge is. You see how much dog hair is? That's why I have this sheet over the back. But yeah, so see where that ledge is? I can still fit a couple of these containers here like this. I can fit stuff underneath, and then I can fit the container there like that. I hope you can see, because I'm trying to like hold this thing up with my head and dropping my phone on the rainy ground. But yeah, so I can fit a lot of stuff down here. I can fit 2 of these containers, one there and one on that side, and then all the stuff underneath where the tires should be. I have room for maybe some shoes or some winter clothes or stuff. And then I also have these little cubbies on the side that I have some things tucked into. So there's plenty of space back here for me to store pretty much everything that I need. And then I have the floor space behind the seats up there, and the front passenger seat and the floor space in front of that. So I have a good bit of space. It is raining now, so I am going to go run a few errands before I hit the road. Sorry, I'm gonna go run a few errands before I hit the road, and then I am going to put in the air mattress, and I'll show you guys, and maybe put up my curtains. I don't know, sometimes I just do that right before I go to sleep, but I will show you guys what that looks like when it's ready. Okay. Alright, so I am back from running all my errands, and I am going to get the car ready for the air mattress and stuff. I'm going to be camping out in the car tonight. I am just going to clean up a couple things that are in the back there and set up my air mattress, and then I'm going to run upstairs and get my clothes for the week and my toiletry stuff that I already have packed up and ready to go, and grab my dog, and we're set. It's time to hit the road. So I figured I would leave this on for you guys to watch and see how I set up the bed. Alright. Hi guys, can you see me down there? Alright, so I am just going to tuck these few things that I don't need off to the side here. I have my sheets back here that I use to cover the windows at night, and I'm just gonna put those there. And I also have my tennis shoes in case I go to the gym or do some walking outside and it's muddy or whatever, and I want those shoes. Everything else, I've got my air pump here. Let me move that to the front. And I just spread, gosh, this sheet's really dirty. I'm gonna shake off the sheet real quick before we start this, because I just like things to be clean, right? So I like to put the side with the nozzle. You probably can't see from here, but the nozzle is here. That's where you fill up the air. I put it on that end. And then I am going to shut the back of the car. So I shut the back of the car because I want, when I fill up the air mattress. Sorry guys, okay, the battery died. But anyway, so what I was saying is I like to put the nozzle on this side so that I can fill it up from here. I plug in my, I can reach it. I plug in my air pump here in the front, and I can just fill it up from right here. And I do close all the doors to make sure that when I fill the bed, it's going to kind of fill to the shape that it has to blow up in. So if I filled it up and then shut the door, it's going to be a little bit bigger than the space that I have, and I'm gonna have to like shut the door and it's gonna like crush it down. And so to avoid all of that, I just shut the door now, and then I turn the car battery on. This is just like your regular Intex air pump. I just plug that in there. And I just close off the little nozzle there. And that's it. My air mattress is pumped up. Once I lay on it, it'll kind of like shape itself into the space there a little bit better. And that's it. So I have like my air mattress. I've got the space on the floor behind these seats down here. I've got the front seat to carry extra things, and I've got the floor down there in front of the seat for any other stuff. And then you guys saw the space that I have underneath the air mattress where the trunk lifts up. So that's all of the storage space that I have in the car right now. And I'm thinking about adding some other storage-ish stuff maybe over here. Like you can see here I have some space. I guess you guys can't see that, but on the sides, like where the doors are, there's a little bit of space, but this is kind of where the curtains usually hang. So I could technically put some things there. But yeah, that's it. So this is where I will be sleeping, at least for tonight, and maybe off and on over the next week, because I'll be at my parents' house too. Alright, so I am going... You guys want to watch me get out? This is kind of the funny part. And just like that, I'm back in my seat. This is not for somebody who is not extremely agile, who has difficulty moving easily. This is not a situation for them at all. And actually, because I just crawled back there and like laid on it and got it kind of all shoved into its nooks and crannies where it's supposed to be, there's a little bit of space. There's a little bit of space in the air mat, like emptiness in it now. So I'm going to get the nozzle part here and add a little bit more air. That should do it. Just a little bit more air is all it needed, and I think it's good. So I am just gonna go upstairs and grab my stuff and put it down in the car so I can get ready to go. And I don't know if anything eventful is going to happen along the way, so I may check back in with you guys, and otherwise I will see you in a few seconds in North Carolina. Well, I told you I would let you know if anything eventful went on last night, and nothing major happened. I hit the road. I was still trying to take a couple Uber rides along the way because I need some extra cash for the weekend. So I drove all the way from Orlando to Jacksonville, and then my Uber suddenly went off at like midnight. So I took 2 Uber rides. One was relatively uneventful. Actually, no, that's not true. It was a McDonald's run, and it was going to a guy. It was a house in a neighborhood, and I go up and I knock on the door, and they come over to the window and they like look out and they're like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And I was like, Uber, with like their cup in my hand. I was like, "Your McDonald's food?" And so they're like, "Oh," and then they opened the door and took it, and that was kind of weird. So I felt like I just walked up on something I probably shouldn't have. And then I got back on the road and my Uber went off again. So I went, and it was like a Crystal order, and Crystal is kind of not the nicest restaurant, and it didn't seem like the best part of town. And by now it's like 1 something in the morning, and I go and I pick it up and I go to drop it off, and I'm at the wrong house. And knocking on somebody's door at 1 something in the morning in a bad part of town is a really bad idea. These people start barking, their dogs start barking, going crazy because I knocked on the door, and I guess they're asleep because all the lights are off in the house. And then my phone rings, and the guy's on the phone, and he's like, "You're at the wrong house, it's the one next door." And I was like, okay, well, I'm at the one the address said on the app, but apparently he put it in wrong, or the GPS pinged it wrong, I don't know. But so I was at the wrong house, and probably woke those people up. So I dropped off that food, and I was like, all right, so Uber's getting turned off now. That's that for Uber. Driving around dangerous parts of Jacksonville, knocking on the wrong people's doors at 1 o'clock in the morning does not sound very safe. So that's how that went. And then I drove up to the Georgia border, and I stopped at a rest stop here. Stop it, Bitsy. She sees a dog out there. Sorry. Stop it! So I'm at the rest stop here in the Florida-Georgia border, and I stopped to sleep, and I went to put my window coverings up. I have like sheets that I pin to the headliner to cover my windows, and that did not go well. I finally got them up, and then my air mattress popped. Like, it didn't pop like it's leaking air, but it popped. I'll show you. The air mattress has these ribs in it, and I guess there's like a piece of plastic inside that it secures the top layer to the bottom layer. Would you please stop barking? Well, that one like popped. I don't know if you can see. But this one, like, it should have a rib here. It completely like bubbled up. So that part of the air mattress was basically unusable, and then of course it needed more air after that. So I got back there, got in, got the window coverings up, was ready to go to sleep, and then I had to climb back up here and get the air pump and fill it up with more air. And by the time I fell asleep, it was like nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. And it is now 9:24, and I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna go and finish out this drive. I've got like 400 more miles to go because I'm just at the Florida-Georgia border, and I gotta get to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So, nothing like super major that was worth showing on the camera, I guess, happened, but there was a lot of mishappenings going on last night, so I just thought I'd check in and tell you guys about it. And I will see you again when I get to North Carolina. Alright, bye. Alright, well, I made it to North Carolina, and I am at my favorite restaurant, IP3, well, favorite pizza restaurant, and me and my daughter are going to grab dinner, and I will show you guys the pizza when it comes. I don't think so. It looks so good. My blue hair. So I have made it to North Carolina. I am at my parents' house in the guest room. And Betsy's over there in her pile of pillows. Say hi, Betsy. I have a lot planned this week, so I'm probably gonna make a video or two while I'm up here for you guys. I had dinner earlier with my daughter, which was really nice. We went to my favorite Italian restaurant, which I've been going to for like 20 years, so that's always fun to go to like regular places where they actually know me, you know, like I walk in and they're like, Kelly, how are you? So that's great. And what else did I do? Oh, I just basically drove a whole bunch of Uber today and made a lot of money. It was really busy. The students are back in town. School starts tomorrow. UNC Chapel Hill is here in the town where I grew up. And Duke is like 10 minutes the other way, Duke University. So there's a lot of students in town. School starts tomorrow. It was just very, very busy for Uber. So I did really well with that, and tomorrow I am going to get my hair done, so I will definitely be making a video about that. And maybe I'll show you guys around town a bit. There's a lot really cool about the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area. Things that just I like to do every time I come up because it's nostalgic or whatever. But so yeah, I am gonna go ahead and close out this video. And thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. And definitely watch for my upcoming videos because this is all about to change. All right, guys, bye.